Hi and hi and welcome. Hi and welcome back to my channel. For the tricep overhead. Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a breakdown of an upper body routine I've been doing for the last couple of weeks that has been amazing. So this is a routine that I've been doing for shoulders, triceps, and your chest. So if you're looking to try new workouts using just dumbbells, this is the perfect workout breakdown for you. I'm gonna take you through what some sets look like for me and what I'm looking to feel during these sets. So let's go through them. This was a workout that I did. It was on day 1 of my period. I was feeling very bloated, very crampy. I was not feeling at my highest level of energy. But I will say, after this workout, I felt a lot better. If you like this type of video, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. And let's get right into it. So at first I started with a few minutes of cardio. This is just kind of like to get going. Sometimes when I'm on my period, it's very hard to find the motivation to work out. And it's something that I think we all struggle with when it comes to energy levels. So I started with like 5 minutes of cardio. I'll usually do a song that is like a higher beat. So El Alfa is perfect for this, or like an old school reggaeton vibe. It's also perfect. It's always good to just warm up a little bit and not go straight into your lifts. I don't suggest doing high intensity cardio before your workout and your lift. I suggest leaving the high intensity cardio post lift so that you have all of your energy for the weights. But it is always good to just do a couple of steps on your stepper, or maybe just like a little walk on the treadmill before you start doing weights. It's always good to get the blood flow going. Up next, I did mobility warm-ups, and this is just using a resistance band. You can always use a stick that you have laying around in your house, like the broomstick or anything like that. And this will just help you stretch out and do some mobility workouts for your shoulders, since that's the primary group that we'll be using. It's always good to warm up your back as well. But if you don't have a long resistance band like this one, you can always use like a stick, like a broomstick, to do some shoulder mobility. And I also showed you that routine of lifting your shoulders against the wall. It will help with the clicking of your shoulder a lot. My husband was struggling with this, and this is a warm-up that I saw, and I decided to share it with you. Once your mobility routine is done, you can move into lifts, and this is where we're gonna start with a shoulder press. I like shoulder presses. I like overhead presses a lot. Shoulder presses are probably my favorite shoulder workout. At this point, you're not looking to lift straight to the sides. You're looking to lift slightly in front of you. And when you're coming up, you don't want to click the dumbbells. You want to keep that tension on your shoulders and push again. Remember to tuck in your hips, engage your core. For these sets, I usually do 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Sometimes I struggle to get 8 reps depending on the weight. Sometimes I can get to 15 reps if I'm lifting lighter. So this just really depends on the weight that you're doing. And I really like shoulder presses. I think that they're an essential movement for your upper body. The next workout that I did were lateral raises. I will say that my form has significantly improved. With these, I used to do a B stance or a staggered stance, but I found now that I have better balance and I can do the regular stance now. These, what you want to think of is, instead of lifting straight to the sides, you want to lift slightly in front of you, and also remember to lift with your pinkies as well, and pretty much rotate your hand slightly to the side like that, and you're trying to bring that elbow first rather than your hand. So your hand is not the one that's lifting. You're trying to keep that shoulder here, and that's the movement that we're looking for. So again, it's not this, we're looking for this. All right, and you're really going to feel that shoulder pump. You can do these single hand as well. I've seen people do them on the cable machine. Lateral raises are just overall an amazing movement, so I highly recommend you include them in your shoulder routine. And for these, I usually do 3 sets, higher reps. I'll sometimes do 12, 15 reps depending on the weight that I'm doing. I honestly used to be able to do higher weight with these, but I did notice that my form would break down a little bit. and my focus is my form. So right now I'm staying with my 8.8 pound dumbbells for these, but you can try lifting heavier as long as you don't compromise your form. Those are really the only 2 shoulder workouts that I have been doing consistently lately. I sometimes do some pulls or some upright rows. Sometimes I'll even do some front raises, but lately 2 shoulder workouts have been enough for me. And I really like this routine. It's a little bit of a faster workout for me as well, but definitely sometimes I will add some front raises, and those are great. So now we can move on to triceps. I will start with some tricep overhead extensions. These are a staple in your home workout routine, especially if you just have dumbbells. I think they are an amazing workout, and I like doing these with 2 dumbbells rather than with 1. And the reason behind that, it's because I feel like I get a better range of motion when I have 2 dumbbells, so I don't have to focus on bringing my hands so close together behind my head, and I can just have them here and really focus on really extending those triceps, and then up, and then here and up, you know, and I feel like that just gives me better control of the weight rather than doing it with just 1 dumbbell. But if you just have 1 dumbbell, then definitely use that one. For these same, I'm only using 8.8 pounds at the moment. You can definitely go heavier if you feel like it. You're looking to really get that stretch on the tricep and contract as you come up. So that's what you're looking for. And sometimes a lot of people say you don't have to move your elbow, but I have found that sometimes, yes, moving my elbow can help contract my tricep a little bit more. Play around with the form, play around with what feels good for you. So definitely something that you can look into and see what feels good for you. For the tricep overhead extensions, I did 3 sets of these of 10 to 12. These are very hard, so it's really hard for me to get to 12 even with lower weight. I do try to slow down the movement of stretching the muscle as much as I can and then explode coming up, but it is definitely challenging for me to sometimes get to 12 reps, but I do push myself when I can. The next workout that I did are these tricep pushdowns, which you can do with a rope attachment at your gym if you have one, or if you have access to some resistance bands. You can also do these banded, and they are an amazing alternative. I really like this workout, and if you just have 2 dumbbells, then this is just perfect for you to get it done. What you're looking for is really contracting that tricep when you're locking your elbow. Picture you doing an RDL and hip hinging and really focusing on pushing those triceps and controlling that stretch and then coming back. That stretch is what we're looking for. So definitely something to include if you only have dumbbells, but you can also do these banded. I really like these. They have helped my triceps so much. Again, with the limited equipment series, this is the chest press, and I wanted to show you how to do chest press on the floor if you don't have a bench. I have a bench, but it's always good to have alternatives when you don't have all of the equipment available. So if you only have a yoga mat, or even if you don't, you can do these on the floor. This is a relatively new workout for me. I haven't been doing chest press for a while. So it has definitely been something new to try and kind of get used to it again. And I have been loving chest press. Ideally, if you're trying to lift a lot heavier on this movement, I would move it up like around the time that I'm doing the shoulder presses rather than all the way at the end. But I wanted to keep it at the end because we're doing these laying down. But for these, I did 3 sets and I tried to push myself as much as I could up to 12 reps, and I increased the weight for my last set. This is a great workout. Chest press not only targets your chest, but it also targets the front of your arms, your triceps. It really targets your entire upper body. So I've been really liking doing chest press. If you haven't tried doing those, try them. They're amazing. And I didn't think I was going to be sore from these, but I was. So definitely a challenge. And last but not least, I ended my workout with about 20 to 25 minutes of cardio. During this cardio session, my goal is to keep my heart rate at about 155 to 165 and consistently maintain it there. So if you are somebody who is struggling to do cardio sometimes, try to find a fun way that you can do cardio. It doesn't have to be the treadmill. Find something that you can enjoy, that you can get into your music and just jam out and focus on the music rather than what you're doing. Doing your cardio at the end will also guarantee that all of your energy goes to your lift rather than to your cardio. Get your sweat on, do your cardio after your lift. You're gonna feel so much better. And that was my upper body workout. It was so good. I've been doing this routine for the last couple of weeks and I have been absolutely loving it. If you've been doing this on live with me, then you know I've been struggling with my shoulder presses. Sometimes you go through phases where a certain lift just feels a lot heavier than usual. Skip your upper body days. You already know it. We don't skip upper body days around here. I'm gonna help give that hourglass figure that we all want. And I like rounded shoulders when we're wearing tops. Like, I think that it looks so fine. Training upper body has definitely helped my confidence and it has helped my strength overall. So if this is something that you're struggling with, I highly recommend for you to incorporate some upper body training and give it as much effort as you do for glute day. Okay, I'm sorry to call you out, but I used to be that girly. Give it your all to lower body days, and upper body days I was like, whatever, I don't need to lift that heavy. It's gonna make a world's difference in your physique, and your body will reflect that, your mindset will reflect that. Hope that this helps, and I love you, and I hope you give it your all to upper body. Okay, I'll check back in with you next week. I love you. Bye.